Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My good name is Becky Nash and this is Becky Nash YouTube channel. If you are new here, please consider subscribing, hit that bell button so that you may get notified when I post a new video. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much. I appreciate your support. Please like and share so that we may build this family. So guys, on today's video we are going to talk about the experiences, or rather what I never knew about death and grieving. So guys, let's get into the video. So guys, I know some of you are asking what experiences, when have I ever been dead or something, or what experiences am I talking about? No, I have never been dead. As you can see, I am alive and kicking. So guys, the experiences I'm talking is when you lose a loved one, or when you're just there and your loved ones are gone and never to be seen again. So guys, for me, I have lost like 4 people who are important in my life. One, I lost my shosh, the mother to my mother. Then she was followed by my mother. Then my mother was followed by my best friend. And then recently I lost my grandmother, who was like a mother to me. So guys, there are some things that I have learned about death. One thing I have learned about death is death lives within us. You can wake up very early in the morning, you're just very fine, and then by tonight or by in the evening you are not there. So guys, death lives within us. This one I learned it when I lost my mostly all of them, because but I will do away with I will not talk about more of my mother's mother, that is my grandmother from my mother's side, because when she died I was in Form 2 and I was not that much able to realize what was happening. Like nilikuwa tu mdogo, sikuwa najua what was happening. So I will focus on my mother, my best friend, and my grandmother from my father's side. But that one of my mother, when she died, I was in school. I was in Form 2 that time, and I like, okay, so do you guys, if one of your loved one dies, mwili yako inakwambianga nini? As in, do you usually get like mwili inakwambia like something is not right? So that time I was in school, I was in Form 2, and kulikuwa watu walikuwa wametumwa kuendea fees, and then there was this one girl tulikuwa tunasoma naye, tulikuwa tunatoka naye ushago moja. So yeye alikuwa ametumwa fee on a Saturday. So when she came back to school, she told me like there is something bad that has happened at our place, at our home. So I was like, what has happened? So but each time my body ilikuwa imeshaniambia there is something bad happening. So I was feeling like I was not feeling myself, I was weak. But when I realized that it was my grandmother who passed, mwili karudi tu normal. Alafu when I was going back to school now after the closing, when we were up in the school, I had talked to my grandmother, that is my mother's mother, na kaniambia, wewe si ukuje ukifunga shule ukuje unisalimie, there are some deras here nitoshe ukuje. So I was like, nitakuja tukifunga shule. Now she died. That is how like tulikuwa tumeongea na yeye before she died. Okay, away from that, the reason as to why I'm saying death lives within us is because the experience of when I lost my mother, I was in campus doing my last examinations of the final. That is final year. So I talked with my mother like on Sunday, like almost 2 hours usiku. Then I told her, you uniamsha asubuhi, I'll be attending a class. And she was like, okay, nitakuamsha asubuhi na mapema ya Monday. Ananiamsha, ananiambia amka uende class, me I'm preparing to go for work. So as in she didn't sound like someone who was going to die. She didn't sound like, yo, I'm calling you to tell you that I'll be dying the next 30 minutes or something. No, She didn't. So me, I just woke up and all of a sudden I received a phone call that my mother was no more. She was involved in a road accident and she died on the spot. So that is it was really hard for me, but I thank God for strength He has given me. But guys, death lives within us. You never know the day, nor time, nor anything about death. Again, about my best friend, she also died like she was not dying. We had chat like some few hours before she died, and then I received a message, yo, so and so is no more. I was like, huh? And then the recent one for my grandmother. My grandmother, she was talking as if like my grandmother told me she feels like a time has come, and I was like, yo, you can't be telling me that. What are you trying to tell me? You are the only person I'm left with, Bana, who listens to me, who like understands me. You are the person I tell my everything. How do you tell me like you are about to go? And like she was not sick like Kilea. I'm going into sickness for a long time, no. But I spent the time with her until she took her last breath. And that's why I'm telling you guys, death lives within us. All of those guys, no one told me that. It's Pogoya Nyanyang, but it sounded like it is a joke. I never saw it coming. So that's what I have learned about death. It lives within us, and death is random. It doesn't prepare you. Like unaona hadi uko na msee ako eti ako ICU, ni mgonjwa, like unakwanga tuna hopes like atapona na atakuwa sawa. Ile siku hiyo death inaamua kustrike, huyo msee anamkanga like ako tu sawa, kama ako anakula anaanza kuitisha food. Like death ni random. Like it doesn't prepare you. If it strikes, it strikes. And the last thing I have learned about death is death and life are attached like this, and it is only God who can untouch them like this. If there is something like that, it is only God who can untouch them. And if He decides to untouch them, the life and the death, there is nothing you can do, nothing whatsoever you can do. This one I learned with my recent experience with death, like that one for my grandmother. Now when we were with her, like she was like, she sounded like she's fine. So she was complaining of something, like something eating her here. And then we, like when she was being taken to the hospital, that was it, man. God decided to untouch the life and the death from my grandmother like this. She was my favorite. May you continue to rest in peace, Shosh. I love you so much. In death, I also love you so much. So that like death and life are attached together, and only God can decide to untouch them. And in any minute or in any second, if God decides to take the life out of you, it is done with you. You are gone, and never to be seen again. So guys, those are 3 points that I have learned about death. Now onto the grieving side. However strong you are, let me tell you, Maina, however strong you are, when when someone you love dies, however strong you are, okay, you don't lose her at once. Like umesikia, like your mother is normal, like ni hivyo imeisha, hapana. You usually lose her like in pieces of a very long time. It is not guaranteed how long, but it is a long time. You don't lose someone just hivi na life inaendelea kuwa sawa. You just lose her like today you lose a piece of her or him, tomorrow you lose another piece of her, of a very long time. Another thing, now when you have now accumulated the parts of her that are gone, then there comes another thing called the missing part. Oh my God. Guys, the missing part is now the terrible thing. Every now and then you'll miss them. When it gets to dates when she used to do something for you and now you are not getting it, you must miss her. When it gets to a point like you find someone talking and you're like, oh, she talks like my mother. You're like, oh my God, I miss my mother. That's how it is. And then lastly about that, the pain of losing a loved one will never end. Usidanganywe na mtu ati taisha, it will be well. Okay, watakwambia it will be well, but it never ends. The pain of losing someone you love it does not end. You just learn to live with it. That's it. Mtu asikwambia tu utakuwa sawa. Sorry about that, guys. So as I was telling you, the pain of losing your loved one will never end. It will never end. I usually find people like my friends or people like in my status viewers list, like they usually tell me, Becky, you've cried for a long time, like Becky, umeomboleza for a long time, why can't you let go, let the dead rest? Guys, haikuangi kupenda kwa mtu like grieve for that long. Haikuangi kupenda kwa mtu. And let me tell you guys, until you lose someone you love, you'll know what I'm telling you here. Haikuangi rahisi, like it is not easy to let go. That pain, okay, inaenanga ikisha lakini haitawaisha like completely. What you do, you just learn to stay with it, to live with it. You live with it until it gets to a point it is your time now to die. So mtu akusikwambie tumuomboleza sana. But then me, when I find someone like crying for their loved one who has died, I usually feel like I can relate because guys, it is not easy. So let those who are grieving grieve. Like the best thing you can do to them is like give them a shoulder to lean on. Like usiwa judge, don't judge people because they are grieving too much. Okay, it is good to let the dead rest because they are already resting, but what about us? What about the pain that lives within us? Tutaifanyia nini? So guys, usijudge sana. Mtu akikufa amerest, but sisi ndo natuachia the pain. So he or she is not feeling the pain, but the pain is felt by the people that she has left, that they loved. Like watu walikuwa wanampenda, watu yeye alikuwa anapenda. Because okay, let me conclude by saying this, guys. You know, the day you are buried, now I'm talking to you guys wenye mko na watoi na mko na watoto and you have jobs or you are doing something to make your ends meet. Guys, when you die, the day you are buried, if you had children, your sisters, your brothers, what do I call them? Your friends will stand before your casket and lie to your children that they will never suffer. Hey, my friend, hiyo inakuanga tu ulabalu, like inakuanga tu sijui niite propaganda. No, it is not a propaganda. When you die, the day you are buried, au watu wanakujanga tu kukusindikisha na kuona wewe ulikuwa unaishi aje, ushago umejenga, unafanya like ushago kwenu kuna kaje. The only people who are feeling that deep thing, that like kama wamekatwa na kisu kwa roho, ni your children. Leave alone your husband, leave alone your wife. They can reconsider their marriage or they can do something else, but your children, men, your children watasimama hapo like, usiwahi kuwa na shida nikiwa, you can always call me. Give them 1 week after you are buried, mtoto wako apigie simu, they'll be like, huyu naye mama yake alikuwa anakufanza kutusumbua. Guys, what am I trying to say? Invest in when you are alive, invest in things that will help your children when you are no longer there. Sasa kusema nikikufa rafiki yangu ata take care of my children, nikikufa brother ya nani? Brother yako atakuja kukuzika na kudanganya watoto wako. Acha nikuambie. Nakuambia tio, babako alikuwa rafiki yangu, babako alishai kunisaidia, babako alinisaidia nikapata kazi, mamako alinisomesha, mamako mamako that. ukishawekwa hapo, watoto wako ndo wanabaki hapo, wao ndo wanajua ile shida, wao ndo wata feel this thing for the rest of their lives. Your brothers will go waende washughulika na familia zao, your sisters the same, your friends the same. They have a family to take care of. So to be on the safe side, invest in things that will help your children when you are no longer there. Point number 2, when you are alive, kindly teach your children to be independent. Let me tell you something. Nakanga tunajiuliza, ingekuwa my mother went na ako ametufunza like kukuwa independent like me, acha nijiongelelea hapa angu. Let me tell you, mimi nililearn kupika nikiwa class 2. My mother taught me that when I was in class 2. So when I did it, I was like, now if my mother could have not taught me how to cook, sahi ningekuwa napikiwa na nani? Ama hiyo time yenye alienda ningekuwa juu alienda I was like 20 when she died. I was 20. Now imagine I was not like, sikuwa like nimejifunza kupika ama kujitake care of like a woman I am. So mamangu kwa mbinguni na kushukuru, ulinifundisha kukuwa independent lady. So guys, when you are alive, teach your children to be independent. You know one thing, and I usually love about it, not that it is something good to laugh at, but it is because I have healed. Guys, do you know when my mother was alive, sisi kila siku we were eating nyama, like meat, daily. Yes, I said what I said. We were eating meat daily. Now when she died, kizungumkuti kaingia. She was the one buying the meat, of course. So if she had no money, she could go to a certain butchery and anachukua nyama hapo atalipa ile siku anapata ndo. Let me tell you, when she died, we suffered. I remember after that tumezika madhe, nilirudi shule nikaenda kumalizia mtihani, nikamaliza mtihani. Now I was to go to Shago. Nikagoje ku graduate. Nilimaliza mtihani August and I was to graduate on November. So niko Ushago. Nimefika Ushago. No food. No nothing. The only person who was there for us is Shosh. Now my Shosh before now she died, because when my mother died, we have stayed with my Shosh for 5 years. For 5 good years, taking good care of us. She played the role that my mother was playing. Like, she was almost fitting a shoe. I'm telling you, that is the thing that hurt me the most when my grandmother died. I was like, when God, how unfair are you? There are people here who has their both parents. There are people here who was like watu wa kuwashughulikia. Now you are taking my mother. Now you are taking my grandmother. She was my everything. Oh God. The pain I was telling you. Now niko home Shago, hakuna food, hakuna nothing. Unaona Shosha amekuja amebeba nini? Nzoko. My Kamba people know what nzoko is. The cowpeas. Like anazileta anakuambia, "Wekeni hiyo mchemshe." Na hatujazoea kukula hiyo. Hatujazoea. Nzoko tulizikulia wapi? Tulikuwa tunakula nyama yo. Unaniletea nzoko niweke nikule. But guys, I thank God for Shosh. Now she started teaching me now like to be now. Sijui kama mnanielewa, sijui niitaje. But I thank God for Shosh, and may your soul continue to rest in peace. I miss you so much. I love you, and my mother, I love you so much. Thank you for the good treats that you are giving us, and everything that you've done that you did. I really appreciate you. So guys, as I was telling you, when you are alive, kindly teach your children to be independent. That when you are gone, they do not need to depend on their rich uncles, their rich aunts, who will later disappoint them. I'm talking from experience, and this is a story of another day. So guys, that is all about today. Please, thank you for watching up to this end. I love you guys. Please, if there is one thing that you can do for me and make me happy, it's subscribe, like, hit the bell button, and share this video. See you in the next video. Please subscribe.